together for 3 months.
3 months.
Learning about permaculture, learning about urban greening, learning about regenerative agriculture. And, you all stood the test. I really appreciate all the consistency from everyone showing up, digging in deep. The Central Virginia Urban Farming Fellowship, was created specifically to teach folks how to design, implement, and steward urban green space, and then provide folks with the resources to do the thing. I'm glad to be your teacher, but I'm even more happy that you all showed up to teach me some things over the last 3 months. I'm not the expert. I know some things, but I learn a lot from every cohort. This particular cohort was a shift for us. Our specific focus on permaculture is the first time we did this. And also, it's the first time that we focused specifically on tree planting as a thing, really engaging on that topic. So the work that we've done at Trinity Family Life is fantastic, and it will continue to evolve. We've really put a strong, a bookmark. There's a before this cohort, and there's a definitive after you all have been engaged in that space. Thus far, since January, we've planted 85 trees in that space, and you all have contributed to that work. I'm very excited about what's to come. With that, the next phase of this work looks like the Central Virginia Urban Farm Incubator. And for those of you all who are interested in taking the next phase in terms of implementing your farm visions, we do have access to land. I've said this repeatedly over the last 3 months. We do have access to land. We have access to tools. We have access to equipment. And we'll work with you in terms of mentorship and capacity building to ensure that you have the funding resources to do the thing that you're trying to do. We consider all of our graduates a part of our family. I call it an ecosystem, right? Everybody that comes through these cohorts has a particular interest, and you come to this space with something that you have in mind that you want to do, whether it's for yourself, for your family, or for your greater community. And our job is to be a facilitator for that to occur, and then walk with you as you iterate. Because I know from my experience, I had an idea when I first started doing this type of stuff, and then the universe took me in a whole new direction. It's like once I opened up my wings, the wind took me in directions that I never could have imagined. And if somebody would have told me 20 years ago that we would be training people how to farm, I'd have laughed because I knew nothing of farming, right? If somebody would have told me 12 years ago after we started our first community garden that we will be multiplying the impact by helping other folks do the thing, I'd have laughed. I'm like, well, I don't even know how to plant carrots yet, But I'm telling you, what happens is that once you get into it, you find your niche. You find the thing that really brings you joy. And my prayer is that we stay in communion over, your evolution in this space, and hopefully that this dunk in the water, this baptism, is something that'll help you catch the spirit, and take this to new plateaus, that you couldn't imagine. So the way it works with the incubator program, there's an application process. That'll go live on the website probably within the next week or so. The mini farm profile that we asked you all to create in the beginning of the program, you'll be able to, of course, refine that and input, that proposal or what you're envisioning into our application, and then folks will be selected. What's happening right now is that we have a lot of opportunity spaces for folks. There's already 4 farmers on the Petersburg Oasis Community Farm. That's about 30 minutes outside of Richmond, right? And there's access to water, there's a greenhouse, there's cold storage there. Our last cohort produced 2 individuals that, one of which is starting this season on their flower farm, right? Bianca is coming in to that space. So there's still probably about 3 or 4 spaces at the Petersburg Oasis Community Farm for folks if they want to take on that situation. The second part is that we're very interested in seeing if individuals want to apply for the Richmond Grows Gardens program, right? That's how I got my start. The first garden that we started was at down at Community Garden, a City of Richmond site, right? Like 3,000 square feet. And we'll walk with you in making that application and engaging with the city officials and the civic associations. And we will place our reputation and our organizational capacity at your helm. When you apply, you can say that you are a graduate of our program and know that we have your back, right? And that we're gonna support you